Hello! That was awkward. Hello and welcome. You're watching Hit the Streets with me, Steve G. Today is a photography review session where I look back on the point of view video that went live on this channel on Monday based in Borough Market. I'm going to go into a little bit of detail and tell you a little bit about how street photography, specifically related to Borough Market, may just have saved my life. If that's not worth sticking around for, I don't know what is. So let me tell you a story. Borough Market was home to me and quite a lot of my friends that work in advertising for around 3 years. For whatever reason, we all just gravitated towards ad agencies that were based in that area. So we could do things like go drink a ridiculous amount of alcohol 3 or 4 times a week, have our hangovers on company time, and indulge in some of the best street food stalls in all of London. Such a lovely little area and one that's personally really close to all of us. And on top of that, it's just a really good photographic opportunity. There's lots of life always around the market, and in recent years it's exploded in terms of tourist interest. And if you're a street photographer, you blend right in with a camera and a GoPro. Early June last year, I had planned to go to Borough Market for a street photography sesh, but I'd been a couple of weeks before and nothing had really caught my eye that time, so I decided just to mix it up and do something a little bit different instead. So I went for a night photography session in Soho, and arguably that session was one of the most productive street photo sessions that I've ever had. I came away with some amazing images, if I do say so myself. Yeah, super big head. Anyway, the point is I didn't go to Borough. And there came a point towards the end of the session in Soho that night where a few people passed me in a rather hurried fashion. And it caused me to look twice. It definitely felt like there was something wrong. And then shortly after, the same thing happened, but with a different group. I came to realize later that night when I returned home that the terrorist incident had happened in Borough Market. And it was an absolutely horrific and completely unforgivable thing to happen to those people in and around that area. But if I hadn't switched it up and I hadn't gone on that street photography session in Soho, I absolutely would have ended up right in the middle of it. I had the opportunity to go along to the reopening of the market a few weeks after that incident and took some beautiful photographs of showings of solidarity in the face of complete adversity. And it was one of those photographs are some of my favorite all time that I've ever taken. So this past week's POV session was probably the first time that I've photographed in Borough in at least a year. And it was actually quite a fun session, if very challenging from a technical perspective, to try and make a video like the one you'll hopefully have watched on Monday. I had problems dealing with the number of crowds and trying to get a good angle for you guys. So things like the camera kept tilting to 45 degrees. This is what I recorded it with on day one. The GoPro sort of hooks in here and it just sort of clips onto your backpack, but it kept sort of tilting. This is what I've filmed the last couple of videos with, which you guys won't have seen yet. It's a far more robust ball jointed strap that provides a much better point of view. So Borough was very challenging from that perspective, straight off. So let's talk photos, which is arguably what you guys are here for. The first of my 2 preferred photos in this session was, I always call them Tableau photos, but they're wide angle photos where you have several small groups of people. And what I think is kind of cool about this one is that on the bottom left you've got a couple of guys, one of them's eating, on the bottom middle you've got a girl on their phone and another group of guys off to the right hand side. And again, what I like about those little images is that your eye has time to just sort of travel over them and consume these small micro stories contained within this larger tableau. The second one that I like is actually quite a fun moment. It's these three Asian girl tourists, one of whom is trying to take a funny photo of her two friends. One of the other two friends is trying to arguably force feed some mixture in a tumbler to her other friend, who has this awfully cynical, like, what the hell are you doing to me kind of look on her face, which I just think is actually really, really fun. And I think that's what street photography is all about for me. You can do really artistic stuff, you can grab those little slice of life moments, and sometimes if the streets are really generous, you can combine both those to make something pretty special. So that's it for this week. There's going to be another point of view video that goes live on Monday. That point of view video will cover South Bank. It's a really, really interesting one, so you don't want to miss it. It's the first instance where I used this new bad boy. So if you like this video, hit the like button, unsurprisingly, and don't forget to subscribe. Leave some comments down there. I want to talk to you guys. Let me know what I'm doing great. Let me know what I'm doing not so great. Give me some advice. Let me know where you want me to shoot. All that good stuff. So until Monday's POV video, have a great weekend and don't forget to hit the streets. We're talking about the photos that I was able... I cannot speak. Two of the videos... Don't forget to subscribe.